that I'm not seeing the Alpha Aura icon right here. Where is it?
It says we're live.
On Alpha Aura 2?
I'll just check that. Hold on. Not yet.
Oh, for God's sake, where is it at? Edit. No. Oh. Ah, there. Save changes. Okay, it's loading. There. Should be coming on now. Hi, Caitlin. Hi, Amy.
Okay. Hi, Amy.
Hi, Tricia.
Oh, yes. There we are. Hold on. Brilliant. Lovely.
Yay.
Awesome. I kind of did know that you could cross post and stuff. Hi, Tricia. I did know you can cross post, but I never actually done it. So.
Yeah. On the version that I have, you can cross post to 2 pages and have up to 6 people. So, yeah. All right. So, hello, everyone. Hi, Tricia. Yes. You can have a reading.
You may.
All right. So, Tricia wants a reading.
Are you gonna? Have you got a pen and paper to keep a list?
Yeah, I do.
Hi, Deborah.
Hi, Deborah. Okay, so it's, oh, I gotta find myself again. It's if you share out your intuitive/card read is free. And if you want energy work, is a donation of $22.22, as you can see on the scrolling little doohickey on the bottom of the screen. It's the first time I've used the thing on the bottom at all. Anyway,
the doohickey. I think that is a technical name for it, actually. Doohickey. I've seen that. Well, if it's not, it should be.
Yeah. Right. Oh.
Hi, Tammy.
Okay, Tammy. Okay, Deborah shared. So Deborah.
Hey, Jody.
Tricia shared. Jody shared.
Just let you all know, we're only going to be on for sort of an hour, probably. So
probably not going to get a lot of people through today. So let's see. So Jody, Tricia, Deborah, and Jody. Did we want to start out with a general collective healing, or do you want to go straight into the intuitive?
Oh yeah, we can do a general collective healing. And Caitlin.
Caitlin shared. Okay, I'm sorry. What did you say? About the
heal? Me. Oh.
Yeah.
yeah. That's a good idea, actually. I like that. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, Tammy. Okay, you'll be the last one, Tammy, for now until we figure out, how far into this is going to get, and then we'll go from there. Okay.
Good idea. We'll do a bit of light language, I think.
Yeah. Ihonare ke dota shoma koden nara ke dotas ekom aniare tu iana ushinere kia pata dioroti tita arariti to makaea oriti rareti to oreti ke arana Ihurana iarari si chiare si higorere de yode de ramati de oisho Uriera Dateron Sierra Iaramahakua. Upa Ameo Uchori Tiki Uchucha Nere Kiatiorio. Irari kirere te onare te ariti chire ranare kurere te umakare nanare te orare ya urso idere sentare te orana hia orare sia okuna eradiana era te mora sara nungere kera.
Siaka Otaya Silitia Tina Saka Watasa Yalata Akia Siti Isinia Sekio Asa Atia Salakiata Ata Sako Oatala Ia Orata Saka Inasikio Siata Wati Sikiata Ato Wasakilata Ataya Yasakia Tiata Wasakiana Yesaniaka Sa Akiasa Tiataka Sakiata Akia Saka Atatakia Saka Wata Sakiata. It's beautiful. Love heart.
Even hotter now. I just feel like wearing this water right now.
Yeah. That's all, a lot of hearts.
Yeah, it's a lot of energy. You can't see other people? You mean in the chat? That's odd, is it not?
Yeah.
Did you click on the link that was with the StreamYard post? Because it'll give an announcement to see comments and blah, blah, blah. You need to click here. Hi, Marcus.
All right, brother. Good to see you, as always. That's strange. Maybe go out and come back in again?
Huh?
So maybe Tammy go out and come back in again?
Yeah, she'll have to click on the link. Usually it's pretty standard on the StreamYard posts that comes with the link so that everybody can see everybody.
Have you got Amy on the list?
Amy? No.
Ah.
I'll put her on. Then that's the cutoff, people. That's the cutoff, because we're only doing this for an hour tops. Okay? We want to be able to give everybody their messages and or energy work if they want. So
unless someone donates, then obviously we'll do them. We'll put them to the top of the list. Yes.
If you donated $22.22 for energy work, please post that you donated in the comments, because we're not looking at that stuff in our email or whatever. Okay. You're welcome, Amy. All right. So Trisha's up first.
Good, Trisha. Are you doing cards?
Yeah, unless I get something besides the cards.
Okay.
I'm kind of trying to wean off them again.
I know. I'd go back to them sometimes. I don't know. Just because they're fun to do, aren't they?
Yeah, I like the pictures and I like the vibration of them. These especially are high vibrational, the light language cards. So I really like the feel of their energy, but ultimately I would like to be able to read without them at all.
I like playing with cards. I like do the odd card trick now and again. I have to start doing card tricks with Oracle cards. Oh,
really? How awesome is that?
Yeah. I did wonder how it could be done. Obviously, a way. There's always a way.
Yeah. So, good, Tammy.
Do it on a live once.
Yeah. Okay. Trisha. Trisha. Feeling dense energy, Trisha.
Right. Hold on, let's tune in.
Oh, okay. Finally a card. For you, Trisha, I got emotional freedom. It definitely feels like you're in your own emotional prison. I feel like I got chains on me with my emotions. And you need to make the conscious decision to break those chains and shift your thinking, shift your energy, and really focus on what you do have instead of what you don't have. And I know that sounds very typical. I know that sounds very bumper sticker, but it really is true. If you change your thinking and feeling, it will shift if you put it in a higher vibration, and you'll bring more light to yourself. You'll bring more good into your field. Are you getting anything, Jimmy?
Yeah, just sort of. I got something. I'll go to that in a minute. But just what you said about it puts you in that receiving mode, so more can come in rather than sort of opens up your space to receive. Into that sort of that gratitude. Like we think, well, if we think about what we've already got, where's that going to get us? But then that's all about the energy behind that feeling, isn't it? It's not about. It's not. If you focus on what you've already got, then people think that, oh, I'm just going to have what I've already got. I'm not going to get any more. But that's about the energy and it's sort of the receiving behind it, because the gratitude is a receiving energy, and so therefore, if you're in gratitude, you're in receiving mode, and so more can come in. And there's something that is a good lesson to learn. That's if you want more. Obviously, if you don't want more, then don't feel gratitude.
Right. I think also she's concerned about being furloughed from her work. So.
Well, what initially came to me was I saw a hammer being sort of dropped down, and I got the feeling that she's very hard on herself, and that kind of she's very sort of she hammers herself for how she feels and how she thinks, and yet she doesn't. She treats others differently. She gives others the compassion, the benefit of the doubt, the sort of the love, whereas that's not. She doesn't do that for herself, and so she sort of comes down hard on herself, kind of like like a hammer, for example. She sort of knocks herself into the ground. Kind of like in a cartoon where you see Wile E. Coyote or someone knocking themselves into the ground with a hammer, and I feel that's kind of Trisha. She does that to herself, and so it's kind of like recognize that and treat yourself like you treat others.
Are you picking up anything on her job? I'm feeling a lot of stuck energy there.
I feel like it can go either way. It's kind of imagine how you want the situation to work out, and then see it working out in that way, and then believe it's going to work out in that way, because I feel like she doesn't necessarily. It's kind of almost a means to an end, because there's not something that she's truly passionate about, and it's more just sort of a way to make money, which is kind of the majority, I'd say, of the population see it as just sort of something to do to make money, whereas if we actually took the time and decided, right, I want to do this, and then imagined ourselves doing it, you'd be surprised at how many doors open up and how many opportunities came your way to be able to do that thing that you love and to make money from it. But we think there's no other way, but there's always another way.
Always, yeah. When one door closes, another one opens. Always. Especially if you shift that vibration. If you don't sit there and say, woe is me, and think about why this has happened to me, and instead think of what are my opportunities? What are my possibilities? What energies can I bring in? What do I enjoy doing, and how can perhaps I make a living doing it? That kind of thing.
So you can see, it's kind of like if she does get furloughed, you could see that in one sense that it's a negative, but you could also see that in another sense it's a positive. It gives you time to decide what it is that you really want to do, and because you've got that free time there, and you can actually dedicate the time to sort of discovering yourself almost, and discovering that passion, and make steps to go forward and to do that, and to sort of use the time to work on yourself and work on your mind, and how to sort of get that in order to be in the best place to sort of cope with, well, not cope, but because coping suggests that I don't like cope as a word, just because it's sort of a rather, it's a kind of like that we have to do something that we don't want to do, sort of thing.
Kind of like tolerate.
Tolerance.
Yeah. I don't like that word either. It just hits me wrong. I like the word acceptance better. To me, it has a higher vibration to
it. yeah, totally. So, yeah, that's right, Deborah. Yeah, I like Deborah's. It's true.
Good to worry about what if the important thing is to know that you're strong and you can and will make it through anything happens to you in this. Yeah, true. We are the universe. We are God. We potentially have the power to do anything we want, but we have to be specific and shift it to what we want and not what we don't want. Not to dwell on the fact that I don't have many, to dwell on the scarcity, which is the illusion. You don't want to go there. You want to bring in more. You don't want to bring in fear and worry. So yeah, totally.
Be greedy. Be greedy. Feel worthy. Like a lot of people will find that they don't feel worthy, and I've been there, and I'm still working on that. Do you feel worthy to receive everything? And if you ask for something, then why shouldn't you have it? What makes you? Why do you think that you can't have whatever it is that you want?
Yeah.
So that's sort of a question to ask yourself. Why do you think that? If you do, if you feel unworthy, then sort of why do you feel it? And does that feel right to feel unworthy? Is that who we truly are? Aren't we creative beings? Don't we deserve everything that we want? If life is all about experiences, and I feel that it is, then being worthy and have everything you need is an experience as well as not having everything that you want. So
you're welcome, Trisha.
welcome, Trisha.
All right, next up is Deborah.
Lovely. Thank you for your explanation, or your what you got from the light language, by the way, Deborah. It was lovely.
Yes, thank you. That was beautiful.
Hey, Janet. Good to see you.
Hi, Janet. Hi, Maria.
Maria, you gotta see her. Great name, Maria. Maria Del Mar Luna Rivera Diaz. Lovely.
I love all the words in that name. Love it. Okay, so Deborah.
Oh, Deborah. Oh, yes. See what we've got for Deborah.
I got a sacral portal card for you, Deborah. Creativity, intimacy, and inhibition.
Pardon me.
I feel like this is kind of reaffirming things that you're actively pursuing. I feel like you're in the process of creating something, whether it's a modality or an ability or something like that. I feel like it's in the process. You're processing it into being. You're creating quite well, it feels like. You picking up anything else?
I immediately felt that there was an obstacle, like there was a wall that she's come up against. I feel like she's being very creative, and she's got a creative mind, and she's very open and aware, and because you see some of the. I could just feel that the messages that she receives, and that flows easily through her. But there's a sort of there's something that she's creating or wants to create, and it's kind of like the idea is there, but then there's just one aspect of it that she's not sure about, and that's the sort of signified by the wall that I see her trying to get over, and it's something that is almost she's built up that wall herself, trying to seek it rather than let it come to her, or let it just happen sort of when it's due to happen. Maybe that is not the right time to do it at the moment, but they're still trying to sort of force it and trying to make it happen rather than let it happen, and wait for the time, the sort of the inspiration, and to take action rather than just letting it flow.
Because I think it would be very easy for her to become complacent in it, thinking that she's going to be led. And she will be in a sense, but it's led to an action. It's not, it's sometimes we feel like the spirit is leading us and they'll take care of most of the work, but that's not always true. They lead us to some kind of action of some sort, whether it's a place or person or a thing. It's leading us to somewhere. Are you right by a busy street?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. It's kind of loud sometimes, especially the loud motorcycles and stuff.
I'll go and shut the window. Hold on a second. I've got it open, but I'll go and shut it. 1 second.
All right. Does that make sense to you, Deborah?
It should be better. Yeah, the microphone's quite sensitive when it picks up. That's good. I'm glad to hear it, Deborah.
Okay.
You'll get there. You just got to sort of take it step by step. That's all.
Yeah.
You know what you have to do. It's just a question of sometimes we get, impatient sometimes. But I can see you easily climbing over the wall or the obstacle. It's just at the moment. Not quite there.
Okie dokie. Next we have we have Jody.
Jody, right. Let's see what you've got for Jody.
What?
Oh no, I just saw something. I'll wait for your card, but I just need clarification on something.
Okay, I got throat portal for you, Jody. And it says, speak your truth, courage, and suppression.
Kimmy?
Hi, Kimmy. I do feel like you speak your truth, but it depends on who you're speaking to or in front of. It feels like the people that you should be speaking your truth with, you're not, and it's causing some kind of a problem there. You're holding back. I do feel some a little bit of pressure and suppression, like I want to, but I don't feel safe to, is what I'm feeling. What are you feeling?
It kind of goes along because I laughed because I saw Jodie standing on sort of the edge of a hole, like a big hole, and she was kind of, she wanted to jump in the hole, but she was scared because she couldn't see where the hole went. But the hole goes to that. The hole is kind of signifies a sort of release, a freedom almost. It's kind of like when you just have that faith and jump, the universe, will catch you. Your team, your team of guides will look after you. And so what I feel they want to say is sort of going along with your card, just take that leap of faith, start talking to the people who may not necessarily, you might think might not necessarily resonate with what you say, but then how do you know unless you do it? And that's going to free you up, and that's going to give you more confidence to actually speak to more people, because we only get confidence from doing something, and I feel it's going to be so exhilarating for you and so freeing, and it's kind of like the shackles are off and the chains are off, and it's going to give you more confidence to start speaking how you feel to everyone. You don't have to go around shouting it out. I'm not talking about that, or preaching, or say this is the only way, and you got to do this, you got to do that. But just sharing what sharing how you feel. No one has to preach, or no one has to demand or order anyone to do anything. Because that's kind of the world that we've been living in, and where people think they're superior and people think they're different. But we're all the same, and if we want to sort of work and be at one in unison, then it's about allowing others to develop at their own time and with their own beliefs and their own views. And it's just we share ours, and if they resonate with others, then all well and good. If they don't, well, that's okay too. But just kind of, if you take that step, jump into that, into the abyss, and just be confident you'll be looked after, and all will be okay.
Yep. Does that resonate with you, Jody?
Resonates with me. Yeah, probably. Well, hopefully that resonate with most people.
Yeah.
Cool. Meditation, okay. Excellent.
Yeah, meditation will definitely help.
I think that's how I started. A couple of years ago, I started doing meditation and just found all of these thoughts, these feelings, these messages, these epiphanies just come through. So I've been there, Jodie. I was like that. I was apprehensive about sharing. I was in the exact same position you were, and eventually I just felt the urge. I just thought I can't keep it in anymore. I'm just going to share what I know and who I am, and I knew everyone would be all right about it, but there's that niggling thing in the back of your mind, isn't there? There's always that, well, what if, But then eventually I got to a point where I thought, I've got to be myself. I don't care, what people think of me or how people take me. I've got to be myself because I'm not being true to myself. And so I did it, but, it took a while to get to that stage. So, do it when you're ready, but because, do it when it feels right, but and I'm sure you will. But just know that it's going to be okay. It's not going to be as and the fact that you've shared that just now, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Then you go, yes, Kate, yeah. The niggle gets bigger.
Yes.
The niggle becomes a wiggle, and the wiggle becomes a
nudge or a knowing or a push or a pull.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Thank you, Amy.
All right.
You're wonderful too, Amy.
Okay, so next up is Caitlin. Caitlin Moray.
I'm gonna patent that. The niggle becomes a wiggle. I like that.
I like that niggle wiggle. Pay attention to your niggle wiggles, people.
It's like the niggle, and then you sort of get a wiggle and finger, sort of. Come on.
Oh my gosh. Caitlin. What's going on over there?
Right.
Oh. Okay, spit it out.
Yeah, that normally happens when I do cards. They just go all over the floor.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So, harmonic resolution.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's got a lot of light codes in it. I love it. Negativity, anger, and transmutation. I do feel that there's a lot of emotions that need to be transmuted. And I think it's because you're picking it up from the collective with the insanity that's going on right now. And people on Facebook just don't have any kind of love, kind, and compassion filter sometimes. And they just, hey, Kellyanne. And they just go walking around with their wiggles hanging out. So
it's hot.
just remember, you are a powerful being. You are a light worker. Transmute the shit out of that stuff. Block, unfollow. And as far as the collective, shift the vibration, create your reality, shift it. We all are trying to do that in our own ways. Of course, the more crazy it gets, the more we know it's working. So just be ready for the shit show to continue. Because when you put out a bigger light, the shadow sometimes gets bigger and darker. And so you know that the light is working. That's how I gauge it.
Yeah, totally. And what came through for me is sort of following on from that is to work on your business. I know you've been doing those wonderful t-shirts and tops and stuff like that. I think they're awesome. And but also work on, you know, the other side of your business, the sort of the card reading, the intuitive side, because I feel that's going to be there's going to be people that need that service and they're going to be drawn to you. And so continue to build that up, because I feel that's going to be key for you. Because like I say, there are going to be people that are drawn to you. And the more light, the more exposure you put out, the more you can transmute, because you will there's going to be a lot of dense and negative energy, but you have the tools in your armory to be able to transmute that for people, and they want you to start doing that more. I mean, it's up to you if you do it or not, obviously, but they want you to start doing that more to sort of get in practice for when, or not get in practice, but you know, I mean, it's because you're brilliant at it anyway, but to just get into the flow of doing it on a sort of a regular basis rather than just every so often.
True. You're very talented, Caitlin. No reason for you not to be utilizing your ability if you don't want, you know, if you don't want to. Clearly that's your choice, but I really feel like you're doing a disservice to yourself and others, but like I said, it's really your decision. I always loved my readings from you. I know others did too, so
yeah, I've read a reading. That's great. And yeah, I mean, only if you feel, if it excites you, if you feel drawn to do it. You know, if it doesn't excite you and you don't feel drawn to do it, then don't do it, because you're doing yourself a disservice then as well.
Yeah, if it doesn't bring you your highest joy, then it's not time. It's not time.
Exactly. Just, yeah, I know, Kate. It's just, but you know that the fear is just projected by yourself. Like a bit like with the other message, just jump in, both feet, and see what happens.
And sometimes when you don't get something, it could mean that you're not the person meant to give that message. So don't beat yourself up because you don't get something. It just means that that person needs to go to someone else. And you can just tell them that I am not getting anything, and therefore I don't feel I'm the messenger of this message. So, you know, it all depends. You know, people are drawn to you, but sometimes that happens. I don't know why that happens, but it does. And I've had a few people that have been brought to me and that I've sent to other people, and it's always had a good outcome. So just know.
And also, what I've found, just that sometimes when I'm doing these like readings live, you know, the person I'm doing it with will give their, you know, insight, and I'll be here, and I'm thinking I've got nothing. You know, nothing's come through. But then something will just, you know, I'll just start talking. I'll just start talking, and then I'll find that that'll flow. You know, it's almost like sometimes you search for it, and that's kind of when you can kind of block yourself. But when you let that go and you just start talking, then, you know, I find that I just can just go off on that, because I'll start, and I won't be thinking about what I'm saying, and it will just come through. And it might be something that someone else says as well, that it's like I could prompt someone else and someone else could prompt me, and so it's just start talking and see what comes through. You know, I mean, you know that, but you know, it's just a little something that I just wanted to share with you, because yeah, sometimes I think, oh Christ, it's my go and I haven't got anything.
And just know that it happens to everyone. You wouldn't be the only one, believe me. Not at all. All right.
And actually, I find sometimes the sort of the more in-depth ones start off like that, where you haven't got anything, and you just allow yourself to be that channel, because you're not trying to, you're not sort of, you're saying it as it's coming through, rather than seeing it beforehand and then interpret it, and then you're not sort of you're not filtering it in a way, like by seeing it beforehand, and then, do you know what I mean? It's kind of like it's just pure coming. It's just pure channeling coming through.
And it could be that person just needs a healing of some sort. You know, that may be why you're not getting a message, because the message is not there. It's the healing that needs to happen. So, and you can always ask Spirit, am I getting nothing because this person needs a healing, or is it because they need to be somewhere else to get this message? You know, always talk to your spirit team. The more you talk to them, the better the connection, the clearer the messages and interaction is. So, okay.
Yeah, true. Beautiful. Lovely.
Yeah.
All right. It's okay. Yeah.
Okay. So next up is Tammy. Tammy Martin.
See what we've got for Tammy. Yeah, totally, Caitlin. They will always come. Do not worry.
No, don't worry.
Be happy.
Sing it, Jimmy. Sing it.
I'll have to do that one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
What's his name? Who did that song? I can't remember what his name is. Anyway.
I can't remember his name either. That's horrible.
Bobby, I knew it was a B. Bobby McFerrin. That's it.
Oh, there. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I just googled that.
Let's see. Tammy, I got Sanctuary. It says healing and comfort, faith and restoration. Oh, is it Bob Marley? I didn't think it was
he
Bob
might have done a cover. Yeah. Here's a little song I wrote. Here's a little song I wrote.
Yeah.
No, but not. We'll do a duet, Kelly.
Oh, really, Caitlin? That's awesome.
Oh, well done.
Choose happy. Be happy. Choose it.
It's a quote by Voltaire that said, I choose to be happy because it's better for my health, which I quite liked. Anyway, what are we on? Tammy, aren't we? Yeah. Hi, Ada.
Tammy.
Thanks for joining us.
I am feeling like healing and restoration needs to happen And I think not a lot of us realize that, when healing takes place, times we're letting go of something, and then we need to bring something in to fill, I don't like to call it the whole, but to add to the energy of the healing. And it feels like it feels very specific here. It feels like you probably have an idea of what I'm talking about. It feels like, I almost hear you saying, once I am able to let go of this, I can bring this in, is what it's feeling like. So just trying to get more detail.
I feel it's kind of like connected to her third eye and her intuition, because I was seeing that. And it's like you say, she knows she that's opening up, and that's just sort of becoming aware and feeling into everything, and she knows exactly what she needs to do, because she feels drawn to it. She feels drawn to do these things, but because they're not necessarily what she expects, not the way that she expects to do it, it's kind of, she's unsure about it. So like she says, she's just unsure, and that's because it's almost something different than what she's used to, but because it's like the intuition and the sort of the heart and the head thinking kind of thing. Because whenever we feel something, we try and justify it and logically put it together in our head, but instead of just actually doing it and thinking, well, I don't care if if my head doesn't understand it, my heart understands it, and so I'm just going to do it because that's what feels right. It doesn't matter if I don't think it's right, because thinking, we're not always going to understand everything until maybe after the event, and then we see it for what it is and see why we felt like that and we felt drawn to do a certain thing. But we can only sometimes understand things after they've happened. But
yeah, I felt led to pull another card. It's amazing what it is. Wisdom.
Yeah.
It says psychic, intuition, and truth. So, booyah! There's the answer to the unsureness. Okay. Booyah!
Oh, that's awesome.
Big dose of truth for you right there, Tammy.
Indeed. Yeah. Deborah says. Yeah. Sorry, go on. No, you go.
So just know that once you are ready to let go of that you're going to bring in more light naturally, and it feels like you're just going to start opening up, I keep seeing like a lotus flower blossoming in your third eye. And I think when that happens, like Jimmie says, you'll have a better understanding of why things were, and that will prepare you for things that will happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Deborah said she's trying to carry too many people's feelings and moods on her shoulders. So I suppose when everything opens up and you sort of become more aware and more open and everything like that, you do tend to feel everything, don't you? So,
yeah.
But that's okay. It's just a part of the process, we've all been there. And but
you're not a pack mule for everybody's shit, so stop carrying it. We're not pack mules, we're humans. Nothing wrong with pack mules, they're great, but you're not one. Or I really doubt that you'd be able to type right now.
I think I know crystals sort of helped me initially. I started learning about crystals and sort of protection and stuff like that, and clearing my energy and everything, until I learned sort of to be able to consciously do it myself, and do a protection morning and night and stuff like that. So, but it's all just a process. I wear bracelets and stuff like that, and these, and just feel, I don't know. I think they look nice as much as they have a sort of an effect.
Yeah.
So
kind of like color therapy. Crystals just feel nice. They look beautiful, and they just. It's kind of like colors or puppies. They kind of shift your energy because they're so wonderful, and their energy is so giving and strong. So yeah. So next time you get a puppy, name it Crystal.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Brilliant.
All right. Okay. Next up is Amy.
Amy, the last one.
Yes.
Okay. Amy. Tell me. Yeah. I mean, I find that sort of interpretation of crystals, although they, in general, they kind of, people sort of, in general, agree that they all have certain things. They all have the same qualities, but they can vary from person to person. So sort of find out, intuit what it can do for you, as well as just what someone else says it can do. Because, like, for some people like protection wise, some people like black tourmaline, some people like obsidian, some people like hematite, or whatever. And so I did go on a crystal buying spree a while, when I first, because I thought I was reading the descriptions thinking I've got the crystal Bible, and I sort of was going through that and thinking, oh, that sounds good, I'll get one of them. And then you go turn over the next page, oh, that sounds good, I'll get one of them as well. And oh, that sounds good, I'll get one of them. And yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there isn't a bad, a bad crystal, so to speak. There isn't one that they all do brilliant stuff, and you want to sort of have them all. But I suppose that's the lure. That's sort of. But there we go. But certain ones you'll be drawn to certain ones.
Yeah, if you're drawn, that's usually a strong indicator that it belongs to you. But you have to go with what resonates with what's going on in your life.
All right. Right, Amy. See what we've got for you.
Amy, I got a card for you. Celestial Assistance. And angelic messages, guidance, and enlightenment. Definitely feeling the angels are around, that's for sure. There's one that kind of sticks out. And I don't know why they're doing that. Do you have a special connection or relationship with Archangel Uriel? It feels very strong, and he's making himself or itself very pronounced from the other angels, which I find that strange.
What does Archangel Uriel signify?
It is one of the more powerful, kind of related to Earth kind of angel.
Oh, yeah, nature and animals, yeah.
Yeah. And
That's sort of I want to say that's sort of funny, not ha funny, but because I saw a peacock, and I feel like that peacocks are proud, and that they kind of they sort of show off almost, but I don't feel as I'm not saying to Amy start showing off, but just sort of make yourself noticed, kind of put yourself out there and make yourself known, because you have so much talent, so much potential, however you want to call it, that people are going to be drawn to you. They're going to look at you and look for inspiration, and you're going to inspire people how they can be the people that they all want to be. It's kind of like you're going to be the catalyst for a lot of people to sort of open up and be themselves, and to to be proud, to be beautiful, to sort of spread their wings, almost, their plumage.
That word almost sounds dirty, doesn't it?
But a few of them today.
Yeah, Uriel's color is red, and its symbol is the pentacle.
Oh, right.
So it's very earthy. So so I'm inclined to believe that this particular angel is the one that's assisting you now. Of course, with everything that we do in our life, we have a different angel, but this one is particularly going through something with you right now. It feels like be a very grounding energy. I'm trying to see if it has a message. Huh. That it says I'm guiding you through this situation. So don't feel. What is that one? Don't feel defeated. I'm with you. I'm with you. If you would like, you can call for me before you go to sleep and work with me in your dream state. You may not remember in the morning. You may remember in the morning. It all depends on, I ask all the time to remember, and I don't always remember. So it depends on what they are feeling is that you're either ready to know or that you can know at that time. All right. So I feel very strong that it is definitely a situation that whatever is guiding you through. We get so caught up in the he, it, or she,
Yeah, I know.
The masculine, feminine energies. They really don't have any need for gender because they don't reproduce like humans, but
they maybe or I, we are them, they are us. You could say, I don't know. They.
Yeah, they. Okay, so just try communicating with Uriel and see if you perhaps even feel its presence. and it's Niggle Wiggles.
Yeah.
All right.
I said what you could do is sort of, I don't know if you meditate, Amy, but when you get a moment, just sort of take some time just to sit in peace, and then ask Archangel Ariel to come to you so you can feel their energy and notice where you feel that on your body, or whether you get it's a feeling or whether it's a physical thing, because they'll all come to you in different, like, Metatron may come to the back of your head, or one, Saint Germain on the shoulder, or Michael could be, on your forehead or whatever. But someone tapped your knee, so excellent. Hi, Samaj. How you doing, brother? So you could ask them, maybe that.
Right. Yes, someone tapped my knee last night. Ah, well, there you go. Knee tapping, that's a good one.
Were they trying to get you to sort of your knee to sort of jerk up, where you tap? Were they just playing around?
Twitch, like this.
Get right in that sort of tendon joint bit. Yeah, sorry.
That might have been Ariel. So you might just, tap in and just start talking to it. See what you get. Okay. All right. Well,
thank you so much. Been fun.
Thank you for coming on with me. I appreciate it. This was really a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, it was brilliant. Thank you, everyone, for being here and joining us. And thank you, Deborah, for your messages and other messages, your words of love and encouragement and thanks and everything.
Yeah. Love you all. Thank you for being here and supporting and letting us read for you. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Namaste. Much love.